Hello and welcome from inside Independence Community Ice. It's the start of the 2023-24 season for both teams as the Jayhawks, a lot of new faces, having to mesh again with a core of returners, and it looks like it's the same thing with Dordt. They returned a lot of guys, and they've got quite a few freshmen cracking that lineup as well, and it is great to be back. I'm Gabe Daniel on the call, joined alongside Richie Obaid, as there's about 2 minutes left of warm-ups, and then we're going to get things started here. And it's a new year for the Jayhawks with new expectations, especially after the last 2 years not really going the way they wanted, and it was that 15-2 loss to Missouri where the Jayhawks ended their season that sort of lit a fire for the team, as there's been a lot more buy-in and commitment since then. And talking to Captain Caleb Dusso, these guys are ready, and this team has gotten a lot faster since the last time we saw them, and they got a lot grittier too, because that's one thing that stood out in tryouts. Richie, what do the Jayhawks have to do to start the season off on a high note?
Yeah, Gabe, it feels great to be back, and what we saw a lot last year that I want to make a key note of is last year when the Jayhawks would start down, allowing that first goal, sometimes we would let the game slip away. So I think that with this new group of fresh, fast guys, we need to be able to either get that first goal, or if they allow the first goal, pick our heads up and get back out there. I think, Gabe, that's the biggest key of this game, honestly. And like as we mentioned with the Missouri game, head coach Andy Connell talked about already that game really stuck out with him. He wants to make sure he has a very much more competitive KU team on the ice this year.
And speaking of the newcomers for this Jayhawk squad, it's not just incoming freshmen, but they do have two transfers. One of them, Tyler Nelson, had 2 really good years at Waldorf College, where he was the leading scorer both seasons. He played 59 games total those 2 years. He had 26 goals, 49 assists, so 75 points in just 59 games. And then they also add a forward in Riley Vitullo, who transfers to Kansas from Westchester University.
Yeah, Gabe, I'm really excited to see how these new faces mesh with these guys, as you were already saying. It's going to be, maybe that's what we need, just an injection of new life, new faces, something to get the boys going in the first game of this new season.
As real quick, we'll go ahead and talk about the starters here. So up front at center, it'll be number 7, Brett Siddons, making his ACHA debut. And at wing, it'll be number 11, team captain Caleb Dusso, with again the newcomer Tyler Nelson at right wing. Back at the blue line, it'll be number 22, Zach Roberts, with number 19, Blake Hearn. And then in goal for his last dance, number 30, Mitch Miles. One of the only 2 seniors on this team.
And if you guys are aware, Mitch Miles missed second semester as he studied abroad, so I know Mitch is very excited to be back here in net.
And then we'll go ahead and talk about the starters for the Dordt defenders. It looks like it'll be number 13, Isaac Bart, centering number 14, Mason Carrolls, and number 21, Lucas Van Berkel. Back at the blue line, it'll be number 8, Connor Reishi, and number 4, Zach Espenson. And then protecting the goal, it'll be number 1, Graham Edmond. As the starting lineups are being announced here inside Independence Community Ice as well. Again, the starters for the Jayhawks, it's going to be Siddons centering Dusso and Nelson. Back at the blue line, it'll be Roberts and Hearn with Mitch Miles and net. And again, for the defenders, it'll be Bart centering Carrolls and Van Berkel. Back at the blue line, it'll be Connor Reishi and Zach Espenson. And then in goal, it'll be number 1, Graham Edmond.
And important to note, too, Caleb Dusso is rocking the C. He is the captain of this year's squad. So we'll be very interested to see if Caleb is able to lead this team to what they want to do this year. As the starting lineups are announced here in the arena, and it's actually a pretty good turnout for the first game of the season. I have some Dordt fans, but have a lot of KU fans in attendance, ready to see what this new squad has to do this season.
So we will go ahead and step aside real quick for the national anthem. Once we return, the game will begin. Both teams head back to their bench to get helmets back on. One last motivational talk from the head coaches. Andy McConnell for the Jayhawks and Tyler Morgan for the Dordt Defenders. Morgan doing a really good job building an incredible program for the Dordt Defenders. As last season they had one of their best years and look to run that back. And Andy McConnell looking to build up the program they had right before the COVID shutdown, as that was a team poised to make a national run. And talking to McConnell prior to this weekend, a lot of it is just learning each other and figuring out how to play together, because again, this is essentially two new groups of players learning how to mesh with each other. And I'm assuming it's the same thing over there for the Dordt Defenders. And it looks like Siddons won the face-off back over to Blake Hearn, who quickly gets it over to Zach Roberts. A quick shot there by the defenders as they quickly take it away, but Miles will punch it to the corner. It's just going to be taken away by Siddons, so we'll try to wrap it around the boards. Unable to poke it out of the zone was Jack Gerber. As the Jayhawks quickly trying to fight it out, Siddons able to backhand it. He got it over to Nelson, and the Jayhawks will be offsides.
Now, you never want to give up the puck right away to start the game, but I will say it's great Mitch Miles starting on his toes right here. It's been a while since he's been in-game action for the Jayhawks, so just getting the first few saves, getting his eyes on the puck, it's great to see that start this game for the Jayhawks.
As Siddons another face-off win. Looked like he got it over to Nelson, who quickly wrapped it around this time. As it's going to be back over to Gerber, holding the line, back over to Hearn. A shot from the point. Sticked aside there by Edmond as Dordt tries to clear it, couldn't get it out. Hearn at the blue line, tipped up front there by Siddons. It goes up into the net and out of play.
What a great shot pass right there from Hearn. Just able to get Siddons to be able to get a stick on that, try for anything, a deflection. Something we didn't see a lot of last year, so that's already a good sign 43 seconds into this first period of this new season.
So 19-16 left to go, period number one. Both teams already getting a couple of shots on. There's a face-off again, won by Siddons, thrown to the corner, but quickly picked up there by number 10 for the defenders. As Gerber shaking off the puck there. It's just going to be sent around over to 19. That was Nelson. As the defenders got it out, it's going to be Linus moving in with it. Poked off the puck, and it looks like a delayed penalty here on Kansas. Dordt with it, passed up front, shot sailing high and wide. As the defender still with it, Roberts will touch it, and then the penalty will be called. So an early penalty kill here for the Jayhawks.
Yeah, Gabe, not a situation you wanted to start the game, but it will be interesting to see this new PK unit for the Jayhawks this year, and if they're able to hold stout early to start this game and get a 2-minute kill. A few good offensive chances right there for us, too, so you hate to see it end with a penalty on us.
So it's going to be number 7, Brett Siddons, heading to the sin bin here early on. As right off the face-off, Dordt will have it at the blue line. Pass across over to Espenson. That is Zach Espenson, to be clear. There are 3 Espenson brothers on this Dordt defender team. The shot there looked like by number 21, Lucas Van Berkel, covered up by Mitch Miles.
That was a great job right there by Caleb Duso, getting his stick to deflect the puck that went to the corner, and then getting in the shooting lane right there. Another good save by Mitch Miles, too. So Mitch looks like he's on his game right now to start this.
So another face-off win by the defenders, but it's going to be quickly taken away by Tyler Nelson. A short-handed breakaway. Nelson moving in. Ooh, and a great save there by Edmond. And then there's a big open ice hit there by Tyler Nelson, trying to set the tone early for the Jayhawks as they're able to dump it in. Edmond comes out to play it, leaves it back behind his own net. Then another huge hit there by Nelson. So Nelson battling behind the net there. Puck thrown to the corner, picked up there by Van Berkel. Van Berkel trying to make a move around Nelson. Got the puck over to Brady Espenson as the defenders try to dump it in. But there's Tyler Nelson breaking up another play. Rather, that was number 3, Riley Vitullo. So chipped into the zone there by Lorenz for the defenders. A lot of back and forth action here. Defenders still have it. And it looks like Mitch Miles will cover it up again. This time the stoppage coming with 17-21.
Hey, Gabe, Tyler Nelson, welcome to the team right there. Super energy right there on that PK. Played about 2-3 big hits and had a breakaway chance. A good save by the Dordt goaltender, but Tyler Nelson, way to join the team right here in game 1.
So one thing Dordt doing really well is on the face-offs, especially in their offensive zone, as there was another one there. And it looked like another stoppage by Miles. So getting that glove hot here early on. So another face-off win. This time the defenders will wrap it around the boards. The Jayhawks trying to get it out, but Gerber lost possession. As it's going to be Zadakis now. A 2-on-1 for the Jayhawks. Zadakis with it. Shot blocked up front there by number 10. That's Andrew Benson. And the defenders now skating it in as it's going to be Linus. Griffin Linus lost an edge there, and the Jayhawks will get possession as it's intended to be dumped up over to Zadakis.
The Jayhawks are back to full strength.
So, successful penalty kill, but a lot of great chances there by the defenders as they really controlled the puck for a lot of that. A wraparound shot blocked up front. It's going to be Zach Zadakis picking it up now. Bouncing puck held in there by the defender. Shot blocked up front. Couldn't tell who it was, but it's going to be Vitullo off the glass, sends it in, and he'll get a change going. As it's picked up by Reishi. Reishi back behind his own net. He's going to be met there by Siddons. That forces a pass over to Carrolls. This is going to be Reishi again. Cross size to Van Berkel. Tries the headman pass, and he's able to connect there with Bart. Bart lost possession. The Jayhawks try to make a pass off the boards. That was Roberts trying to get it up over to Nelson. As the Jayhawks take it away, Roberts with it again. Wraps it around over to Hearn, who left it for Dusso. Dusso now. Bank pass, try to find it over to Nelson, but he's met there immediately by Zach Espenson. So it's going to be Roberts moving in. Shot through traffic. Looked like it might have gotten a piece of Edmond. Then another nice shot there by Dusso. Kicked away. Dusso with it again. Over to Hearn. Hearn through traffic. Tipped up by Nelson. As it's going to be Siddons with it. Shaking off the puck there by Carrolls. Carrolls going down on the left wing. It'll be Rodebor now. Curling around the net. In the corner, pass to the point. Benson shot through traffic, sent wide. Now the Jayhawks with a breakout. Do so. Trying to pass it over to Nelson. Goes a little too far, so both teams will use that to get a change going. But it's going to be Fantoni now. Takes it away. Takes a shot right to the glove of Edmond. And another stoppage here, this time with 14:50 left to go.
Yeah, but I saw a lot right there in the last 4 minutes of just getting sticks on the puck. The Jayhawks are doing a great job so far in the first half of this first period. Getting another deflection by Tyler Nelson towards the net. And just getting the sticks in passing lanes and shooting lanes. So they're doing a very good job at that so far to start this first period.
So Bart won the face-off, back over to Nelson. Nelson lost control as it's going to be Aiden Matthew for the Jayhawks with it now. Tried to pass it over to Friedhoff. Friedhoff around the boards. Took a weird bounce, so he couldn't quite get all the way over to Fantoni, but it's Luke Nessa shot through traffic, tipped up front there by Friedhoff. And another save made by Edmond.
I have to say, this looks like design. It looks like the plan for the Jayhawks coming into this game was getting bodies in front, screening the goaltender, and just getting the puck there, seeing if a deflection will go in through traffic. You never know. So I really like what I'm seeing so far in this first 6:30 in this game.
So it looks like right off the face-off, it went to Friedhoff, who was able to get it back behind the net, but the defenders quickly take it back. As it's going to be sent over to Linus now. Linus, he'll cut to the right wing, tries to make a move around Nessa. And he's shaken off there, but it's held in there by Reishi. A blast from the point sent wide. As it's going to be DeJager with it now. As the puck's loose up front, Dordt gets it, a backhand pass, wrapped around shot. A lot of traffic up front, but it looks like Mitch Miles is on top of it. So through all the commotion, there we get a stoppage. 14:02 left to go.
And after that stoppage, you got a little pushing and shoving right there. First one of the game, a little scrum. Usually happens when the opposing team gets on the on the goaltender right there. That puck was bouncing, dribbling everywhere, but luckily for the Jayhawks, Mitch Miles was able to see it through all the traffic and snag it for a stoppage.
So it looks like the face-off tied up. And it's going to be passed over to Tyler Nelson, who quickly is going to come down with speed. He'll pass it over to Caleb Dusso. Back to Nelson. Passing around to Dusso. Shot up front. Kicked away there by the defenders, and now they'll get a breakout of their own, but it looks like Brett Siddons takes the puck away there. Dusso shoots one, kicked away by Edmond. And it'll be Van Berkel who tries to get it out for the defenders. Holding the line there was Blake Hearn. Caught it, put it down right away. Rather, that was Zach Schubert. So Dusso trying to center that puck there. But it's going to be sent out by the defenders, and it looks like it goes all the way down for an icing. So 13-23.
Gabe, I'm going to bring it up again because I want to hammer it. Sticks, sticks, sticks. The Jayhawks are doing an amazing job of getting their sticks in passing lanes and poking the puck away from Dordt right now. 3 shots we had right there, 3 scoring opportunities, all because we got our sticks where they were trying to pass it. I love what I'm seeing so far.
So the face-off won back over to Dusso. A quick shot blocked away there by Edmond. And a great play there by Siddons, but it looks like that's going to be a penalty. So Brett Siddons, his second hooking penalty of the night. Dordt 0 for 1 on the power play, but they'll get a chance to break that goose egg right here.
Yeah, it looks like that happened right on the boards. We were trying to keep the puck inside our own zone. You know, you just hate to see it right there, a little hooking. As again, Brett Siddons is in the sin bin.
So the face-off won back over to Zach Espenson. He'll walk it before passing it over to Linus. A shot blocked up front. Zach Zadakis was the one getting in front of that one as he's now without a stick. Now a shot there by Espenson. A great block by Zadakis. As it's going to be Espenson. Couldn't quite catch the pass, so we'll leave it over for Linus. Linus, a shot, and it looked like that hit a man up front. As it's Linus again. He tries to rip one for the point. Deflected wide, so it goes back behind the net. Racing to the corner there is going to be Schubert. Schubert able to reverse a hit there. This will fall down, but the Jayhawks doing a pretty good job on the penalty kill. This is the shot up front. No goal, and it looks like Mitch Miles on top of that one. It looked like Dordt thought they had that one in, but the ref said no. So we remain deadlocked at 0 with 12:27 left to go.
And I have to say right there, Zach Zadakis just showed how you can still make an impact without having a stick in your hands. He had 2 deflections with no stick in his hands, using a mitt, using his shoulder, anything he can to stop that puck from going inside the net behind Mitch Miles.
So another face-off win. This time it's by the Jayhawks, and it looks like dumping it down was Hearn as he tried to get it over up to Nelson. However, it goes far enough. The defenders get it back. It's going to be Van Berkel heading down center. He'll cut to the right wing before trying to wrap it around the boards. He's met there by Hearn and then Roberts. So the puck taken away. Sent over to Hearn. They'll dump it down. 45 seconds left to go on the penalty assessed to Siddons.
So far, great kill in the second half.
There's a great battle there for the puck right in front of the Dordt bench by Dusso. Nelson goes in to help him out, takes it away. Now Nelson shaking off the puck, still has it, and he'll try to curl around. He gets knocked down. Nelson still with it. As it's going to be taken away there by number 25. That was Nate Lorenz. A shot blocked up front by Lorenz. Dordt takes it away as it was going to be Carroll's with it, but the Jayhawks dump it right back out.
Got another stick right there by Caleb Dusso.
So the defenders had to regroup. They'll dump it in. Mitch Miles will cover that as we get a stoppage here. 11:22 left to go in period number 1, and then 6 seconds left to go on the penalty handed out to number 7, Brett Siddons.
Already Mitch Miles with 9 saves in this early first half of the first period.
So it's going to be Linus with it. Poked off the puck there, and it looks like that's Fantoni getting in there. As it's going to be passed over to Loose Van Heerden.
That's the Jayhawks are now full strength.
So now it's Linus for the defenders again. He throws it right on net. Miles kicks that one away, and then a big hit there back behind the net by Van Heerden. As it's going to be Nessa now getting involved with the physicality. So Luke Nessa had control. Dordt took it right back. As it's going to be sent up to Reishi at the point. He tries to chip it in there for number 12, Noah Wilmus, to tip it on net. But it's going to go back behind the Jayhawk net. They try to wrap it around over to Aiden Matthew. Lost control there. So now it's going to be Reishi with it. He gets knocked down in front of the Jayhawk bench. That allows Kansas to get the puck and a headman pass over to Nessa. Nessa walks it up, tries to get it over to Matthew. Matthew moving in. He'll cut to the right side before a shot on net. Turned aside there by Edmond. Now Linus with it. Linus through center ice, shaking off the puck by Matthew as it's sent back over to Zach Espenson. And now there's going to be a battle along the boards near center ice. Miles came out, left it for, I believe that was Walsh. As now it's sent up intended for Fontanetta, but it goes far enough. Dordt will regain possession. This is going to be Nelson with it for the defenders. Off the boards, trying to get it over to Weems as the Jayhawks dump it right back in. Losing an edge there was Andrew Benson back behind the net. Now Paul Carney joining the play. And it looks like the puck finds its way over to Graham Edmond.
As Dordt loses an edge right here, right behind the goalie, trying to hop on it quick to make something happen, but just squirts right in front of the goal. And smart play by him, covering that up for a stoppage with 9:18 left in this first period. So far, shots are 8-6, favoring Dordt.
So it's that second line out there for the Jayhawks. As the defenders win this face-off, it's over to Benson, but quickly taken away was Gerber. Gerber trying to backhand pass over to Zadakis. But it's broken up. The defenders clear it down, so Miles will get it. It's just played over to Travis Breyer. Played high school hockey with Zach Zadakis at Providence Catholic back in the Chicago area. As it's going to be Zadakis taking the puck up for the Jayhawks on the right side. Tries a shot, goes up high into the netting and out of play.
I think that was actually a high glove save. I think he actually got his mid on that, was able to snag it. I thought exactly what you thought, Gabe. I thought that was going way high, but looks like he was able to glove on that and make a glove save.
So a nice grab there by Edmond. That brings the first line for the Jayhawks out. Nelson won the faceoff, back over to Roberts. Roberts over to Dusso. Dusso to one-time opportunity by Nelson, whiffing the shot. Hearn tried to rip one from the point, but it was tipped up front. And that one hit the netting this time. Yeah. So we get the stoppage with 8:29 left to go.
No doubt about that one. That one definitely hit the netting. But again, as I mentioned earlier, right there on that shot that was fanned on, Brett Siddons was in front of the goalie trying to screen, trying anything he can to get in the goalie's way. I'm telling you, this is a game plan for the Jayhawks in this game. I would not be surprised if a deflection goal is scored. So
it's going to be quickly taken into the zone by number 22, Brady Espenson. So the youngest of the three, as Dordt dumps it in, it looks like they'll get a partial change going as Dusso picked it up. He tried a backhand pass over to Roberts. Now Roberts with it. Wraps it around to Dusso, the team captain for the Jayhawks, able to dodge a hit there from Linus, but the defenders get the puck right back. Chipped into the zone, Miles left it for Hearn. Hearn tried to backhand it out. It's going to be sent up over to Nelson, who left it for Siddons. Siddons moving down the left wing. As he tries to make a backhand pass over to Dusso. That play is broken up there by Zach Espenson. Siddons shaking off a hit there from Linus. As the defenders skate it down now on the left side. Alex Espenson was the one chipping it in. But the Jayhawks trying to get it right back out. So a lot of back and forth going on here within the first 13 minutes of this game. As we're still tied at 0. A few good chances from both sides. As it's going to be the defenders with it deep in the Kansas zone as they try to wrap around opportunity there, as it was Reishi with it. Jayhawks unable to get it out right now. And a lucky whiff by Andrew Benson, as that sends it all the way back. The Jayhawks getting a much needed change there, but the headman pass up over to Weems. He tips it in as it goes back behind the net. Picking it up there was Breyer for the Jayhawks. Breyer gets knocked down. Is this going to be Nelson skating it out for the Jayhawks as he gets it up over to Friedhoff. Friedhoff moving in, try to pass over to Fantoni. And it looks like Schubert lost control of the puck there. So Breyer with it, able to chop at it, got it over to Friedhoff. Friedhoff knocks it down. A little bit offside there by Aiden Matthey.
And also that I think needs to be a little bit attention right here is Mitch Miles is doing a great job of coming out of his net and playing pucks, slowing down pucks and getting those two defenders. He notices when his defense is playing on their heels a little and they can't get out of their zone. He knows he needs to come on, make a play, get the puck, stop it a little bit, and get the offense flowing. A few good chances right there. The puck was fanned on the pass, but it's a good chance right there. 3-on-1 opportunity. Wasn't able to get through right there. But it looks like there was a penalty called as the Jayhawks are on their first power play of the season. We did not see the call, but the Jayhawks are on their first power play of the season.
So it's going to be Zadakis with it back behind the net. He's able to spin off a hit there from Zach Espenson. Nessa up over to Dusso. Dusso across to Siddons. Siddons looking for the open opportunity. Zadakis a shot up front. Nelson off the rebound and still loose up front. Nessa trying to backhand it. Puck's in the crease. Blocked up front. And then it's sent to the blue line, but holding it in is Dusso. Dusso, a saucer pass over to Nelson. Nelson across to Siddons. A shot up high into the netting and out of play. So a great opportunity by the first power play unit for the Jayhawks that is capable of doing some damage.
Gabe, exactly what you just said. Amazing first chances. The puck was bouncing, rolling. All great shots, all great chances. Not lucky for us, wasn't able to go in yet, but I'm really liking what I saw from the first power play line.
So this time, the defenders come up with the face-off, but it's sent to the corner and racing to get right there is Zadakis. He's able to spin off a hit. It's Brett Siddons with it now. Siddons across over to Nessa. The two high school teammates couldn't connect there, but it was a great chance as Siddons with it now. Siddons walking in, shooting. He scores! Brett Siddons! Welcome to Kansas! And it's the power play that opens up the season for the Jayhawks.
What a goal right there, Gabe. Siddons was able to find it right in front of the goalie. And what do you do when you have just a 1-on-0 goalie? You put it in the net, and that's exactly what Brett Siddons does do. The Jayhawks are winning 1-0 in the opening night of their 2023-24 season. Brett Siddons, as Gabe said, welcome to the team.
So right off the hop, it's sent over to Cade Friedhoff, who dumps it in. So 5:14 left to go, 1-0 lead for the Jayhawks as it's dumped in. And a big open ice hit there by Fantoni and Matthey as that really energized this Jayhawk team. Now it's going to be Espenson walking in, taking a shot, kicked away there by Miles. Zach Espenson still with it, and the Jayhawks trying to get it out. Battle up front, and it looks like with it is Hearn. Hearn taking off the puck, taken down from behind. No call there. Actually, the ref has his hands up. So it's going to be Kansas on the power play again.
Yeah, right there, Gabe. Blake Hearn had no idea that he had a Dordt defender around his hip. He ends up coming up and making a play that the ref didn't like and that we didn't like. He's going to the box again. Another power play for Kansas after they just scored a power play about 45 seconds ago. So can this power play unit do it again and give the Jayhawks a 2-goal lead? With 4:33 left in this first period. So
just a few seconds of rest for this power play unit 1. Kansas rocking 5 forwards out there, so they changed it up a little bit since practice.
I'm sure this power play unit doesn't mind the short rest. They'd love to get another one right here.
Rather, that's 4 forwards and 1 defenseman. So the 1 defenseman, Luke Nessa. Again, he played high school hockey with Brett Siddons, and the 2 were in the top 5 on scoring for that team. So Dusso, a backhand pass over to Siddons. Siddons made it 1-0. We'll pass it over to Dusso. Now Siddons with it again. Up front to Zdekis. The shot trickled in. And they score! So it's Zach Zdekis, 2-0 Jayhawks. And how about that power play?
Gabe, we love to see that start the season. 2 for 2 on the power play kill, 2 for 2 on the power play. What a goal right there. That's 2 new guys to this team, both making an impact early on this season. It is now 2-0 Jayhawks. What a start for this team, and what a start for this power play 1 unit.
So Siddons and Zdekis. As you hear Ryan Cartman on the PA call, Kansas is humming right now as they lead 2-0, and they've all of a sudden taken over this game as they lead the shot column 14-10.
Looks like a hand pass was just called, so a stoppage of play right here. And again, as Gabe mentioned, it is 14-10 in shot favor of the Jayhawks. A lot of chances and opportunities right here. And the Jayhawks are capitalizing so far with this 2-0 lead. And you can feel the energy in this place, and you can feel on the ice. The boys are absolutely buzzing right now, Gabe.
So another face-off win by Kansas, but they're quickly pressured back behind the net as Gerber tried to chip it off the glass and get it out of the zone, but Dordt keeping it right back in as it looks like it'll be Van Berkel with it. Chip to the corner. Now it's going to be Breyer trying to send it around over to Walsh. Back to Walsh in the corner. Now Fontanetta trying to help him out a little bit as it was Schubert. And it looks like it's going to be covered up by Miles. Then quickly thrown out to the point. Intercepted there. Now carrying it in is going to be Vitullo. Vitullo shoots one, kicked away there by Edmond. Bouncing puck in the slot. And then it's going to be Van Berkel with it. Now Gerber trying to make a move around Van Berkel. Then he'll take it right back and waltz it into the zone as the Jayhawks regain possession. Is this going to be Roberts, a headman pass? Up over to Nelson, a spinning backhand pass over to Siddons. Siddons across the Gerber, one-time shot. Fanned on it, but there's Siddons trying to battle back behind the net to get it back, but it'll be the team captain for the defenders, Jonah Weems, taking it out.
Another great chance right there for the Jayhawks.
So Dordt, a little miscue there. That allows Kansas to regain defensive position on them. A shot hit the post, goes up into the netting and out of play as we get our stoppage here with 2:30 left to go.
I hope the fans over there had their helmets on because that puck ricocheted off the post and went about 15 feet in the air and then over the netting. So again, Mitch Miles is doing a great job of getting his pads on every puck he's seen so far. He's 11 for 11 in saves.
So Tyler Nelson turning on the Jets. He'll come in on the left side, tries a shot up front. Edmond with the save. Do so off the rebound. And a spectacular play there by Graham Edmond.
Great save right there. Caleb Duso thought he had an absolute beauty. Just dribble on his puck, on his stick to put it right in the back of the net. But it's a great save right there by a very good goalie.
You can see Duso giving him props after that, saying, hey man, nice save. Face-off takes place to the left of Edmond as the face-off is won by Kansas. Duso trying to backhand it around the boards. Taken away there by Nelson. Then sent up over to Wilmets. Now it's Tyler Nelson for the Jayhawks with it. So he'll walk it in. He'll take a shot. Making a great save there was Edmond. And then Siddons tried a backhand pass, but that goes right to the tape of Noah Wilmets, and the defenders now get a chance to skate it in. Wilmets tried a pass to the slot, but it's deflected to the corner as Kansas tries to dump it out. It'll be Tyler Nelson picking it up. He chips it off the glass. He gets it up over to Siddons. Siddons trying to make a move around number 24. That's, again, Taylor DeJager. But DeJager was able to stop that one as it's Linus. Cross over to Wilmets. And then a big open ice hit on Nelson there by Linus. It's just going to be Zach Espenson with it. He gets it across over to number 25, Nate Lorenz. As Adakis gets knocked down. So a minute 10 left to go here. Period number 1. The defenders starting to step up physically, but the Jayhawks still leading by 2. As it's going to be Gerber with it. Gerber unable to get around one man. Zadakis trying to hold it in, but it's going to be poked out there by Carrolls. Jayhawks send it back the other way. Had to get back on side, but racing after it's going to be Vitullo. Vitullo shaking off the puck there as it goes right over to DeJager. DeJager pressured back behind the net. He'll wrap it around, getting it over to number 2, Alex Espenson. Is this going to be sent over to Alex Espenson once more? His headman pass up over to Isaac Bart. Bart lost control. Breyer had it in the corner. Is this going to be sent around up to Gerber? 20 seconds left, so time for about one more rush. Gerber tried a shot. Missed the net there. Bounced off the boards, went right to Edmond, and we get a stoppage here with 14.7 seconds left to go.
Yeah, Gabe, we're definitely see a pickup of intensity from these Dordt defenders, knowing that if they want to shift this momentum, they're going to have to lay some hits, get their boys back into this game. But I will admit the Jacks are doing a good job of shrugging them off and skidding down the ice for more chances. Again, we have 16 shots in this first period so far with 14 seconds left.
So the face-off looked like it was won by Kansas, but quickly taken away there by number 12, Noah Wilmus. Moving in, diving poke check made there, and a stoppage.
Again, Gabe, Sticks, way to lay out right there and poke that puck away from the oncoming man. Making Mitch Miles' job pretty easy when you're diving for pucks, not allowing them to even touch his pads. That's just great effort right there that we're seeing this first game. The Jayhawks are looking for a new season, clean slate. They want a new team right here.
So another face-off win as it's Benson a shot tipped up front. And that'll pretty much do it for the first period. Kansas skating off with a 2-0 lead. We'll be back in just a little bit for period number 2 of game 1 of this weekend series. Hello and welcome back for period number 2 as Kansas skates back out with a 2-0 lead. Something a little different than what we've seen last year, especially this new Jayhawk team coming out meaning business.
Yeah, Gabe, just after that period, going and talking with the staff and fans in attendance, that is something we didn't see a lot last year. Everyone is taking notice right now. They can see and feel the energy that this team is playing on the ice with right now. As I mentioned already, 2 big things in this game. 1, the sticks. The players are doing an amazing job of getting their sticks in passing and shooting lanes. And number 2, as we mentioned all game because we've been saying their names so much, these new faces have been making an immediate impact already. As Zadakis and a new man too in Siddons both scored. So both our goals came on the power play in that first period thanks to 2 new guys. So far, it's been a great start, and the Jayhawks will have to try their very best to keep it going and bring this game home.
So it looks like this time the face-off is going to be won by Dordt right away, and they're going to come out with that physicality, and it's something that you could expect. As it's going to be Gerber skating it in, making a move around one man, spinning off a hit, and a quick shot up front there. And a save made by Edmond.
And Gabe, what do you do after shooting the puck 16 times in the first period? You come out in the second period, you get a shot right in the first 14 seconds. A great job right there of just getting a puck in the goaltender and just trying for anything. Again, getting bodies in front, deflections, anything they can to try to get this game 3-0.
So the face-off won by Dordt as they wrap it around the boards, trying to get it out. This is quickly dumped back in by the Jayhawks as it's number 4, Zach Espenson, trying to get it out. As it's going to be skated in here by number 22, a shot up front, sent wide. Zadakis there to try and get the rebound, but it's going to be Griffin Lennis taking it away. As there's a nice physical play there along the boards. Puck goes up to Zadakis, trying to get it out. And now Linus keeps it in. Linus, a shot up front, diving block there by Zadakis. Mitch Miles will jump out on top of it. And a stoppage here with 19:04 left to go.
2 things right there. Zach Zadakis, again, way to lay out. That's the second Jayhawk we've seen lay out to try to get a puck stopping from going in the net. And 2, Mitch Miles, again, what I mentioned earlier in the first period. Great game management, coming out, knowing he needs a save and a stoppage right there with a lot going on in front of his net. Great save right there for Mitch Miles.
So tied up off the face-off. It'll be Schubert wrapping it around over to Duso. Duso try to chip it up over to Siddons. Couldn't quite get it out as it's dumped in again. It'll be Alex Espenson on the puck now. As it's taken away there by Siddons over to Duso. Duso up on the left side. He'll try to pass it up to Siddons, looking for his second of the night. As it looks like Dordt try to clear it out, but it goes up into the netting and out of play.
Great pressure right there from the Jayhawks in these first minute and a half. Great pressure, a face-off in our own offensive zone. Something you love to see. It's going to be good to win this right here and get something set up. As again, Siddons has been in almost every play that he's been on the ice. Same with Zach Zadakis.
So Nelson takes the face-off. Got it right over to Duso, who tried a quick shot. That one's deflected wide. So the defenders with it again. As they try to get a headman pass going, but it comes all the way back to Schubert, who wrapped it around the boards, but it goes to the length, no icing.
Yeah, as that bounce off the Dordt defender stick for no icing right there.
As it's picked up there by the defenders again, as it's Weems trying to send it across. As it's dumped in, now Breyer on it. Over to Schubert. Schubert trying to get it over to Duso. Duso, a no-look backhand pass intended for Nelson. As the defenders get a shot on goal, kicked away there by Miles. As Van Berkel had it, but lost control. So back chasing it is De Jager. Now Bart with it. Bart walking in, a shot blockered away there by Miles, and a nice hit there in the corner by Breyer. As it's over to Siddons. Siddons, headman up over to Duso. Duso left it for Nelson. Nelson on the left side. He'll stop, he'll wait, and he'll look for a pass. But the defender's able to shrug him off the puck. So it's Hearn with a backhand pass up to Fantoni, who chipped it to the corner. De Jaeger picking it up for the defenders as he wraps it around.
Great plays right there by Sherber and Hearn. Just being able to get the puck, getting out of there.
So there's a heavy shot there by Linus, covered up by Miles, and 16:58 is left to go here in period number 2.
Another good save by Miles, and the 2 prior saves before that. One before, he had 2 on 0 basically, and he had to pick if he wanted the passing lane or shooting lane, took the shooting lane, guessed correctly, and the second one, a good blocker save.
So another shot sent wide as it's going to go around. Over to Friedhoff. As Hearn skates it up. Hearn able to get it out. He'll cut towards center. Across over to Matthew. Matthew now in the corner with it. Tries to drop it back over to Friedhoff. As the defender's able to skate it out. This time it'll be Espenson in the corner. Shrugged off the puck there by Zach Roberts as it gets over to Aiden Matthew. Matthew in the corner trying to get it out, but the defenders hold it in.
Great pressure right there by Aiden Matthew just to get that puck back in Jayhawk stick.
As it was wrapped around over to Friedhoff, he lost his footing in the corner as Linus has it for the defenders. Shot turned away there as Alex Espenson tried to wrap it around. He got it over to number 12, Noah Wilmus. So Michael Fantoni in the corner with it for the Jayhawks, getting pressured there. As it was Zach Roberts blocking that pass. As that'll lead a breakout for the Jayhawks, it's going to be Aiden Matthew with Michael Fantoni. Matthew stops, waits, lost control, and the defenders will get it right back. So kind of a sluggish start of the second period by both teams as Weems skates it in. His shot goes wide. Now racing after it was Nessa as it's redirected there in the corner. Now Carney laying a little bit of the body there on Alex Espenson. He'll curl around. He'll try a shot from the point. As Alex Espenson has it in the corner. Carney trying to send it out with a backhand, but it's going to be held in by Reishi. As Van Heerden tried to send it out. Held in there by Zach Espenson. Racing to pick up that rebound was Carney. Off the boards, got it to Fontanetta, lost his footing, and the puck will come all the way back as Zach Espenson has to pick it back up.
And Mitch Miles is able to use a stick right there too to poke away the puck in front of his net.
So a shot blocked up front by Van Heerden. A nice physical play there as he was able to knock Weems into the glass. So Dordt will try to get it in again. It'll be Weems backhanding that one behind Miles. Picked up by Nessa, who tried to send it out. So a shot from the point by number 25, Nate Lorenz, right to the glove of Mitch Miles, and we get a stoppage here with 14:17 remaining in period number 2.
And if you guys at home were watching like I was, Mitch Miles, that entire shot, his eyes never left the puck. He tracked it all the way into his net, almost like a catcher playing baseball. Mitch Miles is playing great. He's locked in right now in this first game of the season. Already 16 for 16 in saves.
So the face-off won by the Jayhawks. They try to quickly dump it out, but Dordt able to hold the line and keep it in. As is Van Berkel trying to get it over to Bart. Bart on the short side, Mitch on top of it. As it was Breyer able to clear it away. Nelson able to chip it off the glass, and he's going to skate it out of the zone. It's going to be a 3-on-1 for the Jayhawks if they can hurry. Nelson trying to drop it back to Sin, shoots. Save made by Edmond. Wraparound shot opportunity, and it looks like he scores! Tyler Nelson, 3-0 Jayhawks.
What a goal right there. Again, another new face making their impact on the scoring sheet. Able to get the deflection, wrap it around, and put it in the net. It is 3-0 Jayhawks on top of Dordt right now with 13:49 left in the second period. Gabe, what did you see on that goal?
You know, I saw a whole lot of traffic right in front of the net, and that's where Kansas has been dominating the defenders. It's a little hard to talk over that PA announcer, so sorry for the brief pause for everyone back at home. But on that goal, I just saw a lot of traffic in front of the net, and that's where Kansas really dominated Dordt in that first period, is just in the slot. That's where almost every shot came from. And then you see Dordt just taking shots from all over, and a lot of them outside. It's going to be a foot race for the puck, but it looks like the defenders got there first as they try to find Gerber with it, as Kansas is still buzzing after that one.
Yeah, Mitch Miles is really making a presence in there right now. Right when that PA announcer came on, we weren't able to talk about it. Mitch Miles made a great save when Dordt was trying to answer back. And you need to make those saves if you want to hold a lead in this game.
So it's going to be Espenson with it. That one is number 2, Alex Espenson. Again, there's 3 Espenson brothers on this defender team. So it's a lot of fun saying Espenson and then quickly having to look down and make sure which one is which.
And again, Zach Dedekis laying out, stopping a puck. Again, I'm loving what I'm seeing effort-wise from this team.
And then there's a big open ice hit there by Zach Roberts.
What a hit.
As he knocked down the senior captain for the Dordt defenders, Jonah Weems. As the defenders try to dump it in again, Mitch Miles, one of the alternate captains for this Jayhawk squad, wraps it around, trying to get it over to Friedhoff, who lays the body a little bit. Now it's an over to Vitullo. Vitullo. He throws a shot on net. Edmond playing a piece of it with the glove there, as there's a big hit there by Van Heerden. But the defender's trying to get it out. And it looks like they will, but it goes all the way down for an icing. So a stoppage here with 11:37 left to go.
And again, I keep hammering it all game. Great effort from the Jayhawk team in this first game. It's 3 instances now where we've seen players put their body physically on top of the ice, trying to stop pucks from going anywhere near Mitch Miles. I bet Mitch Miles is very happy with how his defense is playing so far in this shutout 3-0.
So another face-off win by the defenders as they try to get this one out. Goes right up to the netting and out of play.
Another thing we're seeing is from our big defenseman, again, sticks, getting sticks in the way. We saw it again right there. When Dordt was rushing towards Mitch Miles, Zach Roberts was able to bat the puck down and get it out of his zone quickly. Not a sweat on the play for Zach Roberts.
So the face-off win here by the defenders, and it looks like a delayed penalty here. And the Jayhawk power play, 2 for 2 on the day, gets another crack at it.
It looks like it's going to be a high sticking call, possibly right here, if I read that correctly from the Zebra. As Gabe already mentioned, is going to be the 3rd power play for the Kansas Jayhawks. The first 2 ended in goals. Let's see how this 3rd one ends. Again.
So the guilty party, number 13, Isaac Bart.
Again, so far, shots favor the Jayhawks 19-18. Let's see if they can add on to that shot lead with this power play.
So it's Duso with it. Right off the faceoff, a shot from the point. Puck was loose on the short side, off the rebound, it's Nelson again! 4-0 Kansas. 11:15 left to go.
You cannot make this up, Gabe. The new guys are coming in and absolutely putting the puck in the net. That's just playing smart power play. That's knowing your scheme. That's being where no one else is being. He was right there reading the deflection off of the shot from Caleb Duso and put it in the back of the net. 4-0 Jayhawks, and they are 3-4-3 on this power play in game 1. You love to see that. I bet Andy is smiling very big right now after that 3rd power play goal.
So losing an edge there was the defenders, as that pretty much sums up how these first 2 periods have gone for them. As it's going to be sent back over to Van Heerden. Van Heerden unable to keep possession, as it's going to be Bart, a shot tipped up front. Miles swatting that one away. It is going to be a breakout for the Jayhawks as it's Friedhoff. A headman pass up over to Matthew. Matthew on the right wing, got it across to Fantoni, who has to race for it in the corner. But it's going to be the defenders with it. Quickly getting back on the back check was Schubert. As the defenders with it again, a shot just sailing wide. A lucky break for the Jayhawks. As it's chopped to the other corner, Schubert getting there first, but he takes a big hit there, a little slow to get up as he is back to his feet.
Yeah,
So
Gabe, and a lot transpired right there, but what you saw in that call when the PA was talking was a great stick swat away from Mitch Miles.
And then a great save there by Miles. Again, a one-time shot, and it keeps the Hawks off. Well, keeps the Hawks from getting the defenders on the board. So 9:58 left to go here, as it looks like the clock's still running here.
Hey, Gabe, and as you mentioned, it is Mitch Miles' last dance, and he's starting episode 1 amazingly as the puck actually went into his jersey and into his padding as they're trying to get it out of there. But as I said, Mitch Miles is playing amazing in his last opening night of his Jayhawk hockey career. So far, he has made 20 saves on 20 shots faced. Now, if you're anyone, you know that math, it's perfect so far. Mitch Miles is doing absolutely amazing so far in this game.
So 10:01 left to go, period number 2. 4-0 our score. Shots are 21-20 in favor of the Jayhawks. As it's won back over to Benson. Benson trying to use the glass to send it over to Linus. Instead, it'll go all the way around to Lorenz. As it'll be Jack Gerber for the Jayhawks. So he's able to chip it off the glass and he'll move in with speed. Having to look behind him a little bit for the puck as it took that weird bounce, and that's sort of what it's done a little bit tonight. But either way, it's going to be Hearn poking that one away. So Vitullo gets it up to Jack Gerber. Gerber's going to cut towards center. He's going to waltz in, losing control, try to toe drag move, and it looks like the defender's able to take this one away. So a headman pass opportunity goes all the way back down for an icing. So 9:23 remaining here.
Gabe, usually when I'm here calling these games with you, I'm a little cold. It's cold in this ice rink, but right now I'm steaming with how these boys are playing. The energy in this place is absolutely unreal. You can feel on the ice, you can feel it and see it when you're just looking over the Jayhawk bench. This is an amazing showing so far, and they need to capitalize on still this momentum and energy and keep it up.
So it looks like the faceoff was tied up, but the puck winds up going to number 12. That was Noah Wilmets for the Dordt defenders. As Dordt trying to get this one out, they finally do. As it'll be Lorenz moving down, the shot blocked up front, hit the skate of Hearn. The backhand pass intended for Dusso, and the defenders keep it in. So racing to the corner there was Roberts. He got edged off the puck there, but the Jayhawks quickly get it back as it's Nelson. Moving down on the right side, a weird shot goes up high into the netting and out of play, so another stoppage here. A lot of pucks going up into the net.
Definitely, Gabe, and we saw Zach Roberts right there. People at home might think he might have lost an edge. No, he purposely planned that to where he can come in front of the Dordt defender and take him out legally to where the Jayhawk other defender was able to come in, swoop the puck out, and get it out of their zone. Amazing play so far that we're seeing from all Jayhawk defenders.
So the face-off won by the defenders again. A backhand pass sent over to Van Berkel. As it looks like Jayhawks had to dump it back in and get back on side. So Nelson quickly takes it back away, lost control. As it was Brady Espenson trying to send it out. So the defenders now trying to get it back out. And it looks like they will, as it's Zach Espenson coming down on the left side. Try to shot, hit the post.
Hey, Gabe, when you know what they say, when it's your night, it's your night. Mitch Miles is thanking his post right now for helping him out with that save.
So a pass across to number 21, Lucas Van Berkel. And it just goes off the stick of Miles and out of play. So 7:59 left to go in period number 2, and another shot.
And it looked like right there, Luke Nesta was able to get a stick on that as well. So again, another stick in the passing and shooting lanes. I can't stress enough. We're winning 4-0, and that's got to be why.
So it's going to be sent back over to Matthew, who tries to get it out for the Jayhawks, and he's able to. But the defenders quickly regaining possession. They'll skate it in as it's Bart tries to make a move around Van Heerden, and he scores. So that breaks the goose egg for the defenders and cuts the lead down to 3.
That's a goal right there. Just beats Mitch Miles on this glove side. So now, I'm interested to see how are we able to respond. Last year, sometimes when we would allow a goal, we would get down. But no, I think this is very important to see how we're going to bounce back. I mean, right there, we just saw Tyler Nelson go over to Mitch Miles and tell him, we got you. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Shake it off. It's 4-1. We still have a 3-goal lead with 7:35 left in the second period.
So it looks like that goal gave a lot of life over to the Dordt defenders. That's just going to be a Linus skating in, but he's pressured off the puck there a little bit by Breyer. So Linus still with it. He's able to hand it off over to Brady Espenson, but it's going to be taken away by the Jayhawks. They're able to force it out of the zone. So Brady Espenson off the glass sends it right back in. And then Cole Walsh will pick it up for the Jayhawks. So Walsh with it. A headman pass up over to Dusso. Backhanded to Siddons. Siddons tries the toe drag move, poked off there by Zach Espenson. It's a send over to Breyer. Breyer cranks one in, blocked it away by Edmond. As Breyer has it again. As he was trying to send it in, lost control. The defenders have it. They're able to get it out of the zone, but it goes right over to Tyler Nelson. Nelson's going to turn on the Jets. He'll come in on the right wing. Trying to pass it up front to Siddons. Couldn't connect, so it's Dusso throwing it in. And it looks like stoppage here.
Gabe, if you're Andy McClellan right now, you have to be happy with this. Obviously, you're not happy the goal went in, but you're happy that your team was able to rally. They were able to get the puck right there and have about 30 seconds of offensive ice time right there. Keeping the puck in the offensive zone, letting Mitch Miles relax. It's okay. We still have a 3-goal lead. That's exactly what Andy wants to see, his team having his goalies back and trying to score more goals for him.
So another defender face-off win, but it's going to be Hearn holding the line. He'll rip one from the point, kicked away by Edmond, but Zadakis picks it up in the corner. A one-time shot up front, Gerber. Can't tell if that one went in, but it looked like Edmond right on top of that one.
And that was tough to see. It looks like Zadakis was celebrating, ended up slipping. The KU bench stood up, thought it was a goal, but no call. So what do you know what a no call means? It wasn't a goal. So again, a good save right there. I'm assuming it was on the post. Maybe got a scan there, stopped it right before it crossed over the line. Still 4-1. Jayhawk lead with 6:19 left in the second period.
So the face-off won back over to Roberts. A wrister from the point. Edmond's going to jump out on top of it, and we get another stoppage. This time with 6:14 left to go.
Gabe, since that goal that went in, the Jayhawks are on a 4-0 shot advantage. That is something that you have to be happy about, knowing that you're still trying to get goals. You allow one in, it's okay, don't worry about it. Let's get another one.
So Roberts again using the big body of his to try and hold the line, but Dort's going to come out with a 2-on-1. It's going to be Weems. Looks like he's stuttered a little bit with the play there. This is going to be Roberts trying to wrap it around the boards to get it out. Roberts laying the body there, gets the puck over to Vitullo. Vitullo try to button hook around, getting double teamed in the corner. And that allows Wildeboer to come up with it. Wildeboer has the puck stripped away by Vitullo. It's a headman pass intended for Zadakis. Zadakis able to backhand it in, takes a big hit there right in front of the penalty box. And then the Kansas bench wanting a call there. Zadakis a little slow to the bench, but he's able to get up. And then you see Blake Hearn getting vocal to the ref. And Hearn, one of those guys that's normally one not to talk to the refs. A quieter defenseman.
Yeah, and I actually think that was from earlier in this period. Zach Schubert also thought that he had a clear penalty that wasn't called. So obviously when there's two blatantly that they feel, they're going to start speaking up, as the whole Jayhawk bench right there wanted the call and didn't get it. So
it's going to be Linus with it again. Linus, a backhand shot up front, saved by Miles. The net knocked off, and we get another stoppage here with 5:27 left to go. And you see Linus with a little bit of a love tap to Zach Roberts.
And Zach Roberts going to say, it's okay, buddy, I played you amazingly, able to stop that puck from going in. A good move right there by number 3 as he was able to get a shot in, but then the deflection after and the rebound, Zach Roberts was able to corral and get it behind his net for a stoppage.
So face-off won by the Jayhawks. It's Friedhoff able to chip it out of the zone, but quickly regaining possession was Zach Espenson. So Friedhoff with a nice collision there. Gets the puck over to Fantoni. Fantoni bodied there. Goes into the boards hard, and Linus able to try and make sure he's okay. Fantoni still down.
And this is something you don't want to see, as Fantoni has still yet to get up. Still face down in the ice as the trainer is being pulled over onto the ice right now.
I do see a little bit of movement from Fantoni, which is a good sign. And it looks like he is being responsive to the athletic trainer.
As all the players in the ice right now are taking a knee. Now, I didn't see the hit from here, but based on the immediate call and reaction, it could not have been good. With 5:09 left in the second period, something you just never want to see. Doesn't matter what jersey they're wearing, you never want to see it. Now, as the refs are discussing if this will be a major penalty, again, I didn't see it. I'm not sure if you did either, but it looks like the refs are at center ice discussing right now if this needs to be a 5-minute major, maybe a disqualification for the player who laid the hit. Again, as the trainer is tending to the injured Jayhawk.
So it looks like Fantoni was able to get up mostly on his own. He's going to skate off on his own power, just being followed by the athletic trainer and Aiden Matthey, just to make sure everything is okay.
Now we are waiting to hear the call from the referee as he explains it.
So a 5-minute penalty is put onto the boards.
As I guessed, they were definitely discussing if it should be a major penalty, and it is. So in a major penalty, if they score, you will still stay on the power play until the 5 whole minutes are up. So this could be a huge opportunity for the Jayhawks to get not 1 goal, not 2, maybe 3 more goals. As again, as I mentioned, a major penalty. If you score on the power play, the clock still continues in your power play. It is not over like a normal one. So this is 5 minutes of pure 5-on-4 hockey for the Jayhawks. And if we know, Gabe, they're already 3 for 3 when they've had a power play. So they have to be feeling good about their opportunity here to score another one in 5 minutes.
So the face-off, Juan back over to Dusso, quickly sent to Nelson, back to Dusso. Dusso at the point, through traffic, blocked up front. Now Dusso again off the rebound. This time it'll go over to Siddons in the corner. Siddons will walk it over to the hash marks, and it looks like a penalty called here on the Jayhawks. And it looks like that was from a net front battle, so.
Yeah, it looked like right there, a stick went flying in the air. And anytime if you see a stick going that high, then there, that straight up, usually it's going to be called.
Yep,
and this
so
time it is.
It's going to be on Zach Zadakis. And I'm assuming either a hooking or a slashing on that one there, just part of the net front battle. And it's exactly why you should have a better hold onto the stick.
And now it's going to be 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. And after that expires, the Jayhawks will go back on 5-on-4 for about 2 minutes and 21 seconds after that, with 4:48 left in the second period.
So Dusso, headman pass up to Nelson, a bouncing puck. Couldn't quite connect with it there. So the puck goes right over to Luke Nessa. This is going to be sent back over to Siddons. Siddons across to Dusso. To Nelson. Back to Siddons. So it's going to be number 22. That was Brady Espenson taking a shot, kicked away by Miles. So it's going to be Tyler Nelson now taking it down for the Jayhawks. Nelson trying to cut through the slot, shot up front. Nothing to do there as the defenders have it now in the corner. Getting pushed off the puck there by Nelson. This is going to be Siddons with it. Siddons still has possession as he curls around. He gets hauled down. The Jayhawks wanted a call there, but the puck will come all the way back. Nessa had a piece of it. It's at the feet. Miles will come out to play it. He gets it up over to Siddons. Now Siddons skating it in. He'll cut towards the left side, trying to drop it back, and now the defenders will take it. As it's going to be Carroll's. Lost control. Nelson able to prevent a play from happening there as Wilma is shaking off the puck. Then a shot sailed high over the net. Duso able to swat it away. Nelson got it out of the zone. It's going to be a foot race for the puck. It's going to be Jack Gerber picking it up for the Jayhawks. Tries a shot sent wide. It'll ride the boards around, and the defenders will get it out once more. The headman pass ends up going right over to Zach Roberts, and he redirects it the other way.
And great defense last minute from Blake Kern. Ever since he got on the ice, he's been back skating, making great plays.
So Roberts cranks one from the blue line, sent wide, as the Jayhawks still trying to set a play up. So Roberts had it at the blue line. He'll skate back. The Jayhawks back to full strength, and Zadakis right away will pick it up. Lost control, hauled down, and a collision in the corner. But Zadakis gets right back up, rejoins the play. There's a battle along the corner, not much movement from the puck. The ref telling him, hey, you guys got to move it, or else there's going to be a whistle. And it looks like it's Siddons with it. Over to Roberts. Roberts to Vitullo. Zadakis trying to pass it across. And the defenders clear it down. So the headman pass intended for Gerber, but he left it for Hearn. Hearn will stop at the point. Toe drags around one man before walking in. Hearn still with it, curling around, dropping it back to Gerber. Gerber tried a shot, blocked away by Edmond. And the puck will trickle out. So the defenders definitely made some adjustments on this penalty kill, as the Jayhawks unable to find the board so far on this power play. Is this going to be Tyler Nelson skating it in, but it looks like offsides on the Jayhawks, so we get a stoppage with 1:42 left to go in period number 2.
Now there was a very back and forth 4-on-4 right there, but now as the Jayhawks are back on their 5-on-4 power play advantage for a minute and 33, with a minute and 42 left in the second period, so pretty much all the way until in the second period they'll be on a 5-on-4 advantage. So again, looking for another goal. His shot advantage right now is favoring the Jayhawks 24-23.
So right off the face-off, it was Duso passing it across to Nelson, but now it's Nessa holding the line. He finds it across over to the team captain, Caleb Duso with it. Across to Nelson. Nelson back to Duso. Duso in the deep slot. Fans on the shot, instead he'll pass it across over to Siddons. Siddons back behind the net. And it'll trickle out of the zone, so back to regroup for the Jayhawks is Duso. Duso off the pass from Siddons. Skates it in at the hash mark, so he'll drop it back over to Van Heerden. A shot turned aside there by Edmond. As the puck's in all the way back down, Miles with it. He'll loft it up, and it looks like it's high stick down, but it's going to be Nelson carrying it in the zone. Nelson trying to pass it across, and looks like no one can connect there, but Van Heerden tries to play it to the slot, and a stoppage here. Couldn't quite see what happened.
By the looks of it from here, I think it might have been that the goalie was knocked off his positioning from a Jayhawk defender, and he wasn't able to regain it, so they're just calling a man was in the net right there, stoppage, so it doesn't have a goal interference, anything like that. 33 seconds left on this 5-on-4 power play for the Jayhawks, with 42.3 left in the second period.
As it's Gerber off the face-off, a backhand shot kicked away there by Edmond. 37 seconds left to go here in the period. About 25 left on this Jayhawk power play. This is a shot from the point. Gerber right there on the back door, couldn't quite put it home. Either way, it'll be Hearn across to Zadakis. Back to Hearn. Hearn to Roberts. Roberts off the boards, gets it to Gerber. Now Gerber on the right side. Still with it. Gerber drops it back. Zadakis shoots one, and a glove save made by Edmond.
As now it is 5-on-5 again for Dordt and Kansas. And you know, when you're playing with a 4-on-1 lead, obviously things are going good, but I will say that 5-minute power play did somewhat go to waste just because of the minor penalty that the Jayhawks committed, but nevertheless, it is still 4-1 with 6.7 seconds left in the second period.
As the play going on back behind Edmond, and that'll do it for period number 2. So a lot quieter on both ends here in the second period, but it's Kansas still maintaining a lead as they head off, leading 4-1. Again, that was the end of period number 2. I'm Gabe Daniel, joined alongside Richie Obaid. We'll be back after a little bit of a break for period number 3 of the first game of this 2-game weekend series. Hello and welcome back for period number 3, and man, this has been a good one so far. It's the Jayhawks heading out back onto the ice with the 4-1 lead over the Dordt defenders, a team that has certainly had their number the last few times they met, and Dordt looking to have a huge comeback here in the third period to keep their win streak alive, as they have won the last 4. But Kansas looking to put that to an end and start this year off on a high note. As the faceoff is won by the defenders, quickly racing after it, it's going to be Reishi. He'll get it across over to Zach Espenson, lost control as it was Jack Gerber with it. Gerber having to spin around, but he's poked off the puck there by Brady Espenson. This is going to be passed across over to Zadakis, spun off the puck there, as it's going to be Reishi with it. Reishi will try to chip it in as it's back around the boards. Miles coming out to play it, as the Jayhawks trying to send it out. As it's off the boards, goes right to Edmond. It'll be passed over to Zach Espenson as he was pressured by Gerber, forced to pass over to Reishi. Reishi now. He'll try the headman up over to Linus. Linus had a huge hit earlier in the game on Fantoni, but he's out of the box and back into the game. As the defenders send it back over to Andrew Benson.
Yeah, a little back and forth action right now to start this third period.
There's one thing I was able to talk to Coach McConnell about during intermission, is that the Jayhawks simply can't let up. And that's something that both teams did a little bit in regards to the energy through that second period. Is just wasn't anything as energetic as the first.
Yeah, and he also mentioned that he loves seeing, though, what his defenders are doing, getting sticks in passing and shooting, is something I've been mentioning all game long. So it is nice to hear that he is also on the same page as me.
And I do want to give a couple of shout-outs to Jonah Kim and then Austin Strahan, 2 former players for this Jayhawk squad. They were on the team last year. Jonah transferred to Cornell and will be, I believe he's trying out for the club team out there, so I want to wish him the best of luck. And I know he certainly misses wearing the Jayhawk. And then a shout out to Austin Strahan again, one of the players from last year who's back home in Michigan, tuning in tonight.
I'm sure they're happy with what they're seeing from this new Jayhawk squad.
Absolutely, and you know, you still have to give credit to some of the players that were here for the not so good days. That way you can really appreciate the really good days.
Agreed, it's all about culture, and they made it.
As it's going to be Siddons moving in, a nice move, trying to drop it back over to do so, but breaking that play up was Van Berkel. As it's going to be sent all the way back, no icing. The linesman did have his hands up, then changed his mind by yelling no. So it's going to be DeJager off the boards, up over to Bart. Bart dumps it in. Miles will come out to play it. He wraps it around the boards, but it ends up going to Weems. Weems try to shoot it across. As there's a nice play in the corner, Zach Roberts trying to get it loose, but it's going to be DeJager from the point, blocked up front and up into the netting and out of play.
Okay, that's another puck into the net, something we've seen all game long. And you know why that's happening? Because people are getting in lanes. Deflections happen when you get in passing and shooting lanes, off sticks, off skates, off pads, off anything, and it goes in the netting. We've seen it constantly, time in and time again in this game. So it's great to see defenders putting their body on the line to stop the puck from going anywhere near Mitch Miles.
And there was a big hit there along the boards. And then another huge open ice collision, and that was number 3. And this time it was Michael Fantoni teaming up with Aiden Matthew on that one. And I think that energized the team a little bit.
It energized me, Gabe. What a hit right there in the open ice. Wow.
So it's going to be DeJager for the defenders trying to shot there. Blocked up front, and it'll be Zach Zadakis trying to skate it up for the Hawks. Zadakis made it 2-0, dodging a huge open ice hit. Now Carney with a shot. Blockered away. There's Zadakis falling down. Couldn't get the rebound off. And I think this is exactly the third period we needed, and certainly one you would expect from these two teams. The Jayhawks having to get back on side, And it looks like Zadakis tried to poke it, so that draws the offsides call here with 16:21 left to go.
Okay, now I'm going to make a comparison to last year's team and certain player. Zach Zadakis, his energy and his drive in this game so far has me comparing him to Will Vitovka in my head. It looks like the same flashes, hustling a puck, avoiding hits, making hits. I'm loving what I'm seeing from the new guy, Zach Zadakis, so far in Game 1.
And you know, Zadakis from Providence Catholic, so he played high school hockey in that Chicago area. And he's here with his teammate, too, from high school, Travis Breyer. And that seems to be a little bit of a trend, because then you have Luke Nessa and Brett Siddons, who played in high school together. And then you have Tyler Nelson and Caleb Dusso, who played juniors together for the Milwaukee Power.
It helps meshing guys when you already have some teammate chemistry already mapped out with certain players.
Absolutely. And there's Luke Nessa with it as he dumps it in back behind Edmond. And it'll be number 10 for Dordt picking it up, as that's Andrew Benson. So Siddons sends it back in, but it goes right back to Benson. Benson tried the headman pass, but it goes all the way back down. No icing as Bart was able to beat it. His shot went right off the post. And turning on the Jets to get right to the puck was Siddons, but it's poked off there by Weems. Now Weems, he's going to turn on the Jets on the right side. Tries a shot, misses the net there wide. As it's going to be Reishi with it. Sending it back in. Another shot by Weems off the post and in. So it looks like the senior team captain, Jonah Weems, cuts the lead down to 2 now.
And that wakes up the Dordt fans in attendance, all screaming, banging on the glass. They want to see their team make a comeback, but the KU fans don't. Now, again, as I mentioned, that second period, it's about how do you bounce back. In that second period, we saw after giving them a goal, we went on a 4-0 shot advantage run. Head coach Andy McConnell said he also saw that and very much appreciated that. So it's interesting to see if the Jacks can go on another run after allowing a goal right here.
So racing after the puck in the corner was Zadakis, and trying to hold the line there with Schubert. Couldn't quite do so. Now it's going to be a 2-on-1 for the defenders. It's going to be Linus trying to get it across over to Carroll's. Then a save made by Miles.
What a save right there by Mitch Miles. Having to make a save, having to shut it down, having to make sure Dordt doesn't score 2 unanswered goals. He comes up, makes the play, makes the save. Face off now in our defensive zone. But you need those saves if you want to hold in this lead. You cannot let Dordt score 2 unanswered goals in a matter of 25 seconds. So great save right there by Mitch Miles. Again, 22 saves on 24 shots from Mitch Miles. With 14:53 left in the third period, as Jayhawks try to hold on and start the season 1-0.
So it's going to be Walsh with it. Has it stripped away as the Jayhawks looking to get it out of the zone. As it's looked like Gerber trying to get it out, but Dordt just doing really good at keeping it in. As there was Zach Espenson holding the line, but Jack Gerber able to strip it away. Lost control of the puck. As it's going to be DeJager with it. Lost control again, so Fantoni will rip it into the zone. Edmond will leave it for Zach Espenson. Zach Espenson leaving it over to Linus. Linus trying to walk it in. He'll take a shot. Miles makes the save, kicked it away. As the Jayhawks will try to play it off the boards to get it out. This is going to be Reishi holding it in. His shot covered up by Miles. And another stoppage with 14:02 left to go.
Again, another great save by Mitch Miles through traffic. As you saw in that shot right there, Jayhawk defenders try to hurry their way out of his view so he can find the puck as soon as possible and make a save, which he was able to right there. As now the shots are even 25-25 apiece, but the score is not, as Jayhawks are still winning 4-2.
So it's going to be a headman pass up over to the team captain. Dusso try to saucer one over to Nelson, and he just gets knocked off his edge by number 8, Connor Reishi.
It's Caleb Dusso. Nelson, we're talking right there. Dusso was saying, you know, the passing lane wasn't there. The goalie stopped it for the cover-up. His face-off is right in front of the Dordt goalie.
So the face-off won by the Jayhawks. Dusso shot blocked up front, taken away there by Wilmus. Wilmus still with it. He'll cut to the right side before trying to pass it over to Miles, and a sprawling save made. The puck still loose up front. There's a lot of traffic in the crease, but it looks like the Jayhawks trying to get it out. Dordt holding it in, And another wraparound shot there. Now it is Van Berkel on it. Van Berkel tried to center it as it's thrown to the corner. A nice play there by Duso. Prevents Dordt from making the play. They still have it. Van Berkel shot high and wide. Miles jumping out of the crease to cover this one. And another stoppage with 13:15 left to go.
That's exactly what Mitch Miles had to do right there. The puck was kept sending through the crease, kept trying to center it. Dordt was doing anything, just sending it from him, trying to find a stick. They weren't able to after about 2 shot attempts. So Mitch Miles sees an opportunity to stop the puck. So what does he do? He dives out of his crease, gets on top of that puck, and makes a much-needed stoppage for this KU defense.
As the face-off is won back over to Nelson. That is Davis Nelson for the defenders. I know there's 2 Nelsons in this game, 3 Espensons, so certainly makes this game a little bit of a challenge to call. As the defenders trying to skate it up, but it's going to be Luke Nessa trying to swat that puck away. As the defenders dump it in. Quickly on it for the Jayhawks was Van Heerden. As it was a bouncing puck, poked away by Zadakis. Now Zadakis on the right side, he'll try to get it across to Gerber. Gerber chips it off the boards. As he tried to wrap it around to Zadakis, but it's taken away by Jonah Weems. Now Weems lost control of the 2. Gerber trying to shoot it up front. And it looks like a little bit of physicality here.
Looks like a penalty is called. I saw it the whole entire way. Zadakis was taken out in the open ice, completely away from the play, completely away from the puck. It was blatant. I'm sure the Jags are happy that a call is finally going their way. Again, out of nowhere near the play, Zach Zadakis was taken out.
Yeah, so looks like the refs had signaled interference, and it'll be on number 25, Nate Lorenz. So the Jayhawks already have 3 power play goals today as they look to continue that success. As it's going to be Siddons trying to skate it around the net. He heads to the corner, now up towards the hash marks at the top of the slot. Now Siddons tries a shot through traffic. Nessa was able to secure it over to Siddons. Now Siddons still with it. This time, pass was deflected there by number 22, Espenson. So Siddons with it again as he was able to get it across over to Van Heerden. Van Heerden to Siddons. As Dordt able to clear it out.
Just Caleb Duso barely not able to hold the line. He hit it down with his mitt just outside of the blue line.
So it was Duso that drew the play back behind Miles. Now up to Nelson on the right side, who's skating around. He'll go behind the net before curling back around. He gets it over to Van Heerden. A shot tipped up front to the corner. Now over to Siddons. Siddons still with it. Even getting hit. Fell down on the knees, still with the puck. Siddons trying to get it across over to Nelson. And you can just see Luke Nessa trying to get in front of the net, taking a beating there. Now it's going to be Tyler Nelson with it. Nelson trying to drop it back over to Siddons, a one-time shot. And it looks like a lot of pushing and shoving there. But a stoppage here with 11:10 left to go. 4-2 still the score. Kansas starting to get just a little bit of the momentum back.
What a pass right there from Tyler Nelson and Brett Siddons. Nelson was skating with it, trying to find open man, and he did. But the goalie made an outstanding save to keep this game 4-2. As the second power play unit for the Jayhawks comes onto the ice, hoping to get the 5th goal for KU with 39 seconds left in this power play.
So it looks like a face-off win by the defenders, but a great job tying the play up by Vitullo. As the puck is sent over to Hearn, now to Roberts. Roberts shot tipped up front. Now Gerber on the rebound, back behind the net. He'll backhand it over to Zach Zadakis, who instead will let it go over to Hearn. Zadakis with it at the blue line. Zadakis over to Hearn. Hearn try to pass it across, and the puck will trickle out of the zone. And racing back after it is Zadakis. Zadakis tried to send it back the other way up to Gerber, but it's taken away by Wilmus. Wilmus shrugged off the puck there, and it looked like Gerber has it for the Jayhawks. Now Gerber, a nice toe drag move, skating in, shot, just missing it wide. And unable to get there in time was Roberts.
It's back to 5-on-5 hockey as Dordt's defender is out of the penalty box.
Yeah, so racing after it there is Fantoni. Fantoni threw it back behind the net. And then it'll be Lorenz with it. Vitullo able to stop that headman pass. as the defenders dump it in. Miles comes out to play it. Just about halfway through the third period. Jayhawks still leading by 2. Shots are tied at 27 apiece. Is this going to be Friedhoff, leaving it for Fantoni. Fantoni walking in, shooting one, kicked away by Edmond. As it's passed over to Bart. Bart up to Weems. Weems trying to drop it back over, and it goes to the corner, so Aiden Matthew picks it up for the Jayhawks. Thrown to the other corner as it's Reishi with it, sending it back behind the net. Now to Benson, a shot up front, covered up by Miles, and we get another stoppage here. 9:23 left to go this time.
As a former catcher, it's always scary when you see a ball/puck coming at your face, but Mitch Miles is able to stand strong, get his mitt right there, and get the cover up. Another great save by Mitch Miles as 26 saves on 28 shots for Mitch Miles with 9:23 left in this third period.
So the face-off again won by the defenders. Thrown back behind the net. Walsh on the puck for the Jayhawks. Is this going to be wrapped around the other way? It's going to come all the way back down, and it looks like an icing on the Jayhawks with 9:09 left to go here in final frame.
Yeah, that puck just had enough momentum to get to that red line for the ref to call icing right there. Again, 9:09 left in the third period. 9:09. So the Jayhawks need to hold on for it to get their first win of the season and start off this campaign 1-0.
So another face-off win here by the defenders, as that's been something they've really stepped up on. As it's backhanded back into the corner. The Jayhawks battling, trying to get it out, get something going.
Another great save by Mitch Miles right there.
So a battle in the corner as it's Siddons trying to get it out for the Jayhawks now. As it looks like it was Tyler Nelson who was able to take it away for the Jayhawks. It's going to be a 2-on-1. Nelson to do so, shoots, he scores! Caleb Dusso off a pass from Tyler Nelson. And the Jayhawks regain the 3-goal lead.
What a pass right there from Tyler Nelson. He saw Caleb Dusso on his left. He could pick shoot or pass. He had a chance right there for a hat-trick goal, but instead he decided, I'm going to give Caleb Dusso this puck because I trust my teammate, I trust my captain. And what did Caleb Dusso do? He made this game 5-2 Jayhawks. What a goal right there, and way to swing the momentum back to the Jayhawks.
The most important goal of the night coming from the Milwaukee Power connection there. As it's Nelson with it again, a cross over to Van Heerden, and then a miraculous save there by Edmond. As the Jayhawks just nearly made it 6-2.
What a save right there by Gabe. That is one of the best saves I've seen in a while, especially after giving up a goal. You would think, oh, I've given up 5 goals. It's tough. I don't know, do I hang my head? No, I make my best save of the night right there, as Tyler Nelson was trying to get another assist. Wow, what a save. And again, the goalie was ran into it at the end, inadvertently, but wow, what a save.
So the face-off, this time won by the defenders, back over to DeJager. As that one's going to be bouncing all the way back. And it looks like it'll be Luke Nessa from back behind his own net. Off the board, trying to find it over to Dusso. Couldn't quite connect there, but it's going to be Siddons trying to poke it off. A nice hit there by Luke Nessa at the point. As the Jayhawks starting to ramp back up on the physicalities, it's going to be Siddons with it across to Nelson. Back to Siddons. This time it's Dusso. Dusso, he'll curl back around. He tries a shot up to Siddons, and a big save made there by Edmond.
That went
a
in.
Shot.
That went in.
And
that went in. That went in. Gabe, I promise you, that went in the net.
But
they are yelling, and for good reason, Gabe. I promise you, that went in the net. I saw it hit the back of the net. I reacted right away. That's a goal, Gabe. We have a cameraman on it. That is a goal.
so it looks like they will count it. And it is now 6-2 Jayhawks.
And thank goodness, because if they didn't call that, I was about to hop in there and say, no, buddy, look at the footage. Because I knew it the whole way that was a goal. Wow, what an offensive from the Kansas Jayhawks in this third period. You love to see that. That's another goal that comes from Tyler Nelson's passing. Again, that's 5 points from our first line. 5 points in this game from our first line. You love to see that. As Dordt is now calling a timeout to try to regroup with 7:30 left in this third period. Again, the score is 6-2 Jayhawks.
So 6-2, 7:30 left to go. And on a night that's been nothing but the Jayhawks, and it's been a while since we've been able to say that.
Absolutely, Gabe.
You just have to admire the way that this team was able to take such a drastic turn. And a lot of it helps with the newcomers that are fired up, ready to get in there. And then just all the returners that were tired of the way that things were going and said, hey, we're going to make a change. And talking with Caleb Dusso after practice on Wednesday, that's exactly what they did after they lost that game to Missouri. It's just, hey, guys, next season's going to be a lot different. We're not taking this anymore, and that's certainly showing tonight as they now have a 4-goal lead on the Dordt defenders.
It's certainly showing, Gabe. And listen, every game is fun calling it with you. But when you have a 6-2 lead, holy, we're having fun here, Gabe. And so are the Kansas Jayhawks with this 4-goal lead. Now let's see if they can hold on this last 7 minutes.
So the puck getting chipped into the zone by the Jayhawks. Back on it is going to be Andrew Benson. Benson across to Reishi, who gets it up over to Weems. Weems lost possession. It's going to be poked away there, and Zach Zdakis will pick it up. Zdakis across over to Gerber. Gerber winds up, shoots in a glove. Save made there by Edmond. So despite the score, Edmond's still been playing a pretty dang good game.
No, I have to agree with you right there, Gabe. I mean, when you face 32 shots in a game, that's a lot of shots to face. You have to hope your defense can help you out a bit. I mean, he's made spectacular save after spectacular save, but he's in a 4-goal hole right now. So the Jayhawks are finding spots where he isn't, and they're taking advantage of it.
So Zach Espenson off the face-off. We'll try to go through center ice before he's met by quite a few Jayhawk defenders. As it's Roberts able to bank it out off the boards and almost catching Gerber there at the blue line. But the defender's able to break that passing play up. Is this going to be a battle right in front of the Dordt bench? Now Sidden's going in. He's able to bank it off and get it into the zone. But on the puck, it'll be Zach Espenson. Espenson, a headman pass up to Linus, who got it over to number 12. That's Wilmus. As it was passed up front, it's going to be taken away by the Jayhawks. Coming down with speed, it's going to be Breyer dropping it back to Dusso, shooting one, and a glove save there by Edmond and Breyer. And there's going to be a melee going on. And you can see Caleb Dusso in a headlock by DeJager. I couldn't quite tell what happened there. It looks like Breyer had hit someone, and then Caleb Dusso jumped in to help him out.
And it looks like Caleb Dusso is also going to be called for a penalty.
You know, the game is where it is, and if I'm a referee, I'm just taking anybody who gets involved. That way it doesn't get out of hand, because, you know, these two teams have to go back at it tomorrow at 2:30. So,
agreed. Things are getting chippy. You know, you expect that Dordt's trying anything. They're down 4 goals. I mean, you have to try to get momentum any way you can back on their side. And like you said, Gabe, a great call right there by the ref, taking 2 guys. You don't want to see this game get out of hand where a ref can't handle it. So great job right there.
So looks like the penalties will offset, I'm assuming.
Right now it looks like it's Dordt skating with 6 guys on the ice. We now have 5 guys. It looks like it's a 5-on-4, but we only have 1 man in the penalty box unless my vision's a little blurry. Am I right?
It's looking like it'll be a double minor. So wearing number 5 tonight is Connor Brace. So he'll head to serve that penalty. So it looks like a double minor on Caleb Dusso.
Yeah, no, the Jayhawks will look to try to penalty kill again. We saw in the first period they had 2 great kills. So looking like, let's just settle down, boys. Okay, we understand double minor just happened. Let's just calm down. Let's kill these 2 minutes, and let's have a 6-2 lead still after this 2-minute minor. And 6:10 left in this third period.
So a defender face-off win as he tries to pass it across over to Linus. Linus poked off the puck there by Siddons. And Siddons shrugged off there by Linus. Is this going to be quickly sent back over to Espenson? That was Brady Espenson.
Things continue to get chippy down there.
So the defender's still with it as they try to pass it over to Zach Espenson. Now over to Brady Espenson, a shot blocked up front, and it looked like it was Travis Breyer getting in front of that one.
Yeah, again, just putting their bodies in ice, getting away with pucks. Amazing. I love it.
So again, Zach Espenson with it. In the deep slot, he'll pass it over to Linus. Linus walk it in, shoots it, and a glove save made by Miles.
What a save right there by Miles. I saw it perfectly from my angle. Came in, Miles was able to get his glove on and snag it. Flash the leather, kid. You're out here making almost 30 saves in this game. Do your thing.
So again, 5:18 left to go here in game number 1 of the weekend. Kansas leading 6-2. Leading the shot column 33-29 as well. As it's back over to Andrew Benson. Defenders doing a lot of shooting from outside the slot, not a lot inside, and that's kind of why they're down 6-2. As you would compare it to Kansas, there's a lot of shots going on and a lot of traffic in that slot.
Again, right there is a stick. Whereas the puck is poked out of play right there. And number 3, Riley Vitulo. So just again, getting the stick on the puck, getting a stoppage. And when you're down a man, you'll take those stoppages. Anytime you can get a breather when you're down a man, you will absolutely take it with 48 seconds left in this PK.
So off the face-off, the defenders with it again. This time it's going to be Alex Espenson skating it in, hit off the puck there, and it looks like Zadakis battling right in front of the Jayhawk bench, but the defenders come out with it. Another shot, and this time looks like it missed the net there. The other way, the defenders still showing lots of fight, as it's going to be Van Berkel with it. Van Berkel across the bench, and a shot blocked up front by Zadakis.
Again, Gabe.
And there's another big hit right in front, and it looks like Vitulo got caught up high. And a stoppage here, and the ref signaling for a hand pass.
Now, 2 things from there. 1, again, Zadakis putting his body on the line, stopping the puck from going anywhere near Mitch Miles. And 2, we thought we had a stick in the face. They didn't call it. It happens. The game is moving fast. No referee saw it. But if you're on the key bench, you have to be a little bit frustrated. As they think now they've had 3 to 5 calls missed. So, but again, just 11 seconds until they've killed another penalty.
And I gotta say, it's something about those Joliet kids getting down to block the shots. Because like the last 2 years, it was Cole Walsh, who would always be almost like a magnet with how much he would block shots. And then tonight, it's been Zach Zadakis.
And you love to see it. No coach will ever say, don't get in the way of a puck. They're going to say, get in the way of a puck, make Mitch Miles' night easier. And that's what Zach Zadakis has been doing. His energy has been leading the charge tonight. It's just amazing to see. And on top of it, he has a goal, Gabe. So he's on the score sheet too.
So the Jayhawks able to get back to full strength. The successful penalty kill as Van Heerden has it back behind his own net. A headman pass intended for Nelson, but quickly getting in the way of that was Van Berkel. Now it's going to be Roberts with it. He tries a headman pass up to Gerber, and that one hits the netting. So.
Yeah, no, that was an aggressive knockout right there by number 4 on Dordt. That was Zach Edson. That man took a full baseball swing in that one, but again, another stoppage at 3:51 left in this third period. And the Jayhawks are just trying to skate their way to a victory, skate their way to a 1-0 start in this 2023-24 campaign.
So Nelson able to chip it into the zone. Siddons trying to poke the puck loose from Linus. Now Linus forced to make a pass over to Benson. Benson try to headman pass, but it's going to be Nelson with it. Nelson walking in, shooting, and a glove save made there by Edmond.
Now you gotta love that from Nelson. 6-2 game, and he's still trying to put goals on the scoreboard. He's trying for that hat trick. I want him to get it. I want to throw my headset on the ice. So it's amazing energy that we're seeing right now from Tyler Nelson in a 4-goal lead with 3:32.
Well, maybe don't throw it out on the ice because, I mean, they are a little bit expensive. So as the Jayhawks able to take the puck away again, as it was Nessa dumping it back into the zone. It's going to wrap around the boards, but it looks like getting there first was Linus. Linus pitchforks that one up in the air, and it looked like Nessa was trying to knock it down. Either way, the defender's able to get it in. As it's going to be 3:12 left to go. And a delayed penalty here, and it's going to be on Kansas. So Dordt heading to the power play again. They have not been able to find an answer on it.
I didn't see what it was there. It just looked like we just got on the ice trying to stop a puck, and instead we're heading out to the box. And Luke Nessa, number 10, is a guilty party.
And it looked like a slashing call there based off a signal from the referee. So Kansas penalty kill will drain out the next 2 minutes of 3 minutes, 7 seconds. That's what's left in the game, but Jayhawks leading the shot column 33-29 and the game 6-2. And immediately after, it's Zach Roberts able to dump it down.
Now, Gabe, some people might think that this kill is not important. It's a 4-goal lead with 3 minutes. But again, like you mentioned, they're playing again tomorrow. So any way you can steal momentum in game 1 going to game 2, it's huge. So a kill here would be amazing for Kansas Jayhawks.
So a shot up front, missing the net there as it was Linus off the rebound. Linus trying to get a backhand pass going. He's able to complete it over to Brady Espenson. But the Jayhawks quickly get it right back as it's Vitullo trying to dump it down, and it's going to go all the way. Now Edmond comes out to play it.
Great energy from this PK unit so far.
Leaves it for Zach Espenson. He'll connect there with Brady Espenson, who finds it over to Wilmus. Wilmus trying to shot, turn aside there by Miles, and it's going to be Nelson carrying it down now. Now Nelson, he'll cut to the right before making it back down center, and then shrugged off the puck there.
And Nelson just draining the clock right there. Smart play by him.
So 2 minutes to go here in period number 3. Jayhawks leading 6-2 as they're able to dump it down again, and it's going to be Andrew Benson picking it up from behind his own net. He's able to get it across to Van Berkel. He's able to poke it away from Siddons. So Van Berkel now shrugged off the puck by Schubert. It's just going to be a big hit there by Schubert in the corner. So Dordt still with possession as it's going to go back over to Benson now. Benson trying to pass it to the slot, broken up there, and it's going to be Nelson. He was able to at least get it away, but Dordt gets it right back. So a minute 10 left to go here. Dordt just cycling the puck around. It looks like Miles trying to swat it out of the air, and we'll get a stoppage here.
It makes a stoppage right as the Jayhawks go back to full strength. Another kill, Gabe. You love to see, as I mentioned, that's huge going into tomorrow's game. Scaling momentum, making these Dordt offenders thinking, I can't get it in. We're 5-on-4, and I still can't put it behind Mitch Miles. So this is amazing to see. Again, another great save by Miles right here with 1 minute and 6 left before the Jayhawks are 1-0 to start the season.
So a minute 6 left to go. 6-2 the score. Period number 3. So a minute left to go as the defender is able to chip it out. As it's going to be Brady Espenson getting it over to Weems. Weems fan on the shot. But Brady Espenson trying to shot up front, turned aside by Miles. The Jayhawks just trying to get it out. As it's going to be Nelson getting it over to Duso. Duso got it over to Siddons. Siddons up on the right side. He's going to try to drop it back over to Duso. Duso hauled down, shrugged off the puck, and it's going to be Zach Espenson with it. He's going to skate it down on the left side. Espenson cutting towards the center. Shot sent wide. As it's going to be wrapped around over to Alex Espenson as he's hit off the puck. The puck's going to find its way over to Tyler Nelson, who was able to push it out of the zone a little bit. Now Linus with it. This is going to be sent back the other way. 3 seconds left to go. 2, 1, and that'll do it. And it looks like we might have a little bit of extracurricular here. And the Jayhawks able to knock off the Dordt defenders 6-2. Breaking a 4-game losing skid to the defenders and starting off the year on a high note. And something exactly what Andy McConnell talked about.
Yeah, what a win, Gabe. What a win to start the season. You love being 1-0 to start the season. It's amazing. Andy loves what he got. We talked to him in the intermissions. He loved the energy we saw. You know, 3 main things that we loved was 1, Mitch Miles making amazing saves. 28 out of 30 he had to save. Then 2, Sticks getting in the way, amazing. And then 3, bodies on the ice, stopping pucks. It was great to see as the players are all at center ice.
Yeah, so Dordt is a smaller Christian school out in Iowa, so it's both teams meeting together for post-game prayer. But again, the Jayhawks take this game 6-2, and then led the shot column 33-30. So 2 really good teams, and it just shows how the Jayhawks able to turn things around after just 2 really rough and rocky seasons.
You know, and we talked about in the pregame how the players were going to mesh, the new guys with the guys who've been here. And by the look of it, they meshed amazingly, Gabe.
Yeah, so again, Kansas taking this one 6-2 with a really, really strong showing from that power play. And how about those newcomers? They came in and made a huge impact right away.
Huge.
And then Jayhawks look to continue their success tomorrow afternoon, as that puck drop is scheduled for about 2 p.m., 2:30, sometime around then. So if you want to break from all the college football, make sure to tune in. We'll be live here at KU Hockey on YouTube. Again, I'm Gabe Daniel, joined alongside Richie Obeid. Thanks for listening to us talk, and then we will see you guys tomorrow afternoon. Again, the Jayhawks take this one over the Dordt defenders 6-2, and we will see you guys tomorrow.